The other day, my friend, afairlypudgycat, asked me a question on Tumblr. What happened to Ernesto, though? He gets smashed. Is he shamed forever, or does he get double killed and go to the final death? I figured you guys might be interested in my response. There's no 100% canonical answer, first off, since of course we don't see De La Cruz after the bell drops on him. I was surprised at how many fans assumed he experienced the final death, though. The same way our bodies run on air and water and all that, the bodies in the land of the dead survive on memory. Your health in the land of the dead is an indication of how well you're remembered. You experience the final death when no one in the living world remembers you or passes down your stories. From what we know, that is the only way to get to the final death. De La Cruz may not be remembered fondly by the end of the movie, but people still remember him. De La Cruz may or may not be injured after his last run-in with the bell, though I'd guess that he healed up quickly since he's well remembered, but he wouldn't have gone through the final death. So what did happen to De La Cruz? Again, it's up to fan interpretation. I've seen some people say he's stuck under the bell indefinitely because no one bothered to dig him out. I've seen people say he's going to be tried for murder and thrown in jail. But according to the director's commentary, there was a deleted scene for the epilogue where we could somehow see what was going on in the land of the dead and wrap up people's stories there.
The only thing that really changed from what we originally did is we used to see De La Cruz. We used to see him kind of alone, wandering in his empty house with no friends anymore, surrounded by his riches. But we just couldn't find a way that made sense to go visit him. And when we came up with the idea of him being crushed by the bell again, I think that gave him a satisfying ending so that we could just spend time with the emotion of Hector being remembered and being able to finally come home for the first time for Dia de los Muertos.
When a fan asked him about De La Cruz's fate, director Leon Critch responded that his status in the land of the dead is forever sullied. I imagine he'll be on a long, slow slide into obscurity, but added that fans could use their imagination on how exactly that would happen. So, regardless of what physically happened to De La Cruz, he's forever a has-been in the land of the dead.